In this video, I will show you how to create a digital business card for yourself that is accessible with a QR code that is also fully customizable. And also, I will show you how to track the performance of your card. That is, you get to see how many people have viewed the card, where they come from, what device they are using, and so much more. By the way, I'm going to use a tool called QRCodeChimp.com, and you can find a link to that in the description. And now we've got a lot to cover, so let's jump right into it. The first thing you need to do is you need to head over to this page called QRCodeChimp.com, and you can find a link to that in the description. And once you open up that page, you will see a view like this. And then your task is to choose this digital business cards section here at the top left corner. And then it's time to start designing this business card. So first and foremost, you can choose your URL for the link, because this digital business card is also going to be like a web page and it will be accessible through a URL. So you can do something like, for example, Artturi Jalli. So this will be a linkco.page/Artturi. Then you can choose a template. I like to keep it simple, so I will click on this one, and here on the right hand side you will see the rendered preview of the template. Then the next thing you can do is you can choose if you want to show a profile photo or not. So if you don't want it, you can just disable it here. But if you want it like I do, then you can just keep it on activated. To upload a profile picture, all you need to do is click on here, then just drag and drop an image into the view. I have actually done so already, so I'm not going to do that again. I can just click on the photo and I can actually click on select. And now here is the profile picture. Let's give it a name. So I'll call it my name. Then I'll call myself a content creator, company, bloggersgoto.com. Then here you can specify your mobile number, email, and SMS. And by the way, if some of these fields are something you don't want to show in the card, that is totally fine. For example, here you can just disable it with this button. Or if you want to display some of these fields, you can disable parts of those by clicking on the delete button. So for example, I'll remove the SMS and mobile part, and I will add my website email here. And what this basically does is now it will allow me to click on this link right over here to send an email to this email address. Then if you scroll down below, you can specify some information about yourself. So if you click on this, it will say about me. Then you can tell a description. So I just wrote here, hi, I'm a full-time content creator from Finland. Nice to meet you, and let's keep connected. And now if you scroll down below here in the card, you can actually see what I just typed in. Just make sure that you add every piece of information that you need for your card. So just scroll below here, you will find all these different sections where it will ask you some information. Then there is one more thing that I want to show you here at the bottom of this view. So we'll have this collect contact section. So with this feature, you can collect your prospect's contact details. To activate this, just drag the slider to enable it and then click on it. So then just give it a descriptive name, and then you can click on create new, or you can use a form template. And if I click on this one, it will show me these contact form options. So here I can choose one of these templates. So just an example, if I want to collect contacts, I can click on here. So now it's using the template that I just showed you. And before I show you here it in the card, you can also choose the type. So for example, we can do an inline form where it will show the form somewhere in this card. And we can also tell it to not show this form multiple times for the same user. And now if I scroll down below here in my contact card, you can actually see this contact form right over here. So now your prospects can fill in their information. And one thing you can also do is once somebody fills in their contact information and shares that with you, you can ask this service to email you on this form submission. So whenever you get a new contact, you will get an email. So that is the content part of your digital business card. But before I hit save, let's go to the design settings section. Even though I said that this minimalistic design looks good, I do not like this background because it looks a bit blurry and unprofessional. So I will choose something slightly different. So I can choose one of these backgrounds over here. So first and foremost, if you click on this X icon, you get rid of the background altogether. But then you can go through these different background templates as you wish. So for example, this one looks pretty promising to me. I think I actually like this one. This has this kind of a startup vibe because there is this color gradient going on in the background. And obviously, if you choose, for example, a darker theme, you also need to go through the color of the fonts that you're using here, because you don't want this to be hidden from the view. So once you have chosen your background, then you can click on colors. Here you get to choose the color scheme. As you can see, it changed the text color and the button colors and slider colors and whatnot. So feel free to play with these color schemes as you wish to. If there's something you don't like about the color scheme, you can tweak these manually here as well. So this platform allows you to do absolutely everything. And you can also choose the font style. Just an example here is Poppins, which is one of my favorite fonts. Then you can play with the card style. You can play with the page loader, page settings. There's nothing too specific going on there, so these are super intuitive. Just mess around with those to see what happens and make sure that the card looks as good as you wish to and all the functionalities and stuff like that are in place. But then last thing before we hit save, we can go to the QR code section, because this is one of the key parts of this particular digital business card. So it's not only accessible through this link, but it's also accessible through a QR code. And what I love about this platform is that, once again, it allows you to not just render this kind of a boring looking digital business card QR code, but it allows you to customize absolutely everything. So first and foremost, you get to choose the shape. So for instance, we can do like a sticker like this. Then you can obviously use one of these pre-designed QR code cards if we want to. For example, if you have a video where you want to leave a link, or a Facebook page where you want to leave a link, you have options for that. But I think that for this purpose, because we're designing a digital business card, I will use one of these templates that is not saying anything. So let's go with a traditional one. Then what you can also do is you can create a sticker around your QR code, for example, something like this. Although I'm really not a huge fan of this, because when it comes to creating like a digital business identity, I think that it's just good to keep it basic. But these are options that you can use if you want to. Something like scan to save could be a really effective line when it comes to creating a digital business card. Then obviously you can choose the colors. Let's just do plain old black. Then you can choose the shape. So here you get to choose what kinds of pixels live inside the QR code and how thick or thin they appear to be. You can use all these different types of options here, but I think that it's just wise to use this kind of a traditional QR code design so that you're not confusing people. Because imagine you add all these colors and different body types here and you end up with something that doesn't look like a QR code at all. So then obviously people are not going to scan it. So I think that this one that I have right here looks pretty decent. You can also upload a logo or use an existing logo here at the QR code as well. So if I click on Twitter logo, it will render it here. Here you can also upload your business logo if you want to. And then you can also decorate this with a picture, but this is not something I want to do right now, so let's not touch that. But basically what it allows you to do is add a picture, and then it will render this QR code that you just created on top of that picture. And now the QR code is ready, so I can click on save. And once you have published your digital business card, you can go to your dashboard here on the top right corner, and once your card has been live for a while, you can go to this View Scan Analytics section. And this one allows you to see how many people have visited your digital business card. So for example, here we can see that I have 7 total scans. There are 6 unique scans, so this means that 6 people have scanned. And I can see what device type, so Mac users, Windows users, and iPhone users. Then I have Google Chrome users and Apple Safari users. And then I can also tell from where these scans have occurred. So I've had people from Finland and from India visit my card. So this is pretty handy. You get to see how many people have watched your card and how many people have saved it and whatnot. And if you go back to the dashboard, you can also edit your card, you can download it, you can decorate it, also you can share it. So that's how you create a digital business card with a QR code for yourself that you can also track how it's performing, and with which you can also collect information from other people that want to contact with you.